everyone, I'm JD from Willow Bound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a journaler, journal maker and teacher of journaling courses. I'm continuing this series showing how I'm making some Daphne's Diary journals, and in the first video I shared how I made the covers and prepared those, and now in this video I'm going to choose the pages for each journal. Sometimes I will just go through the magazine and choose any page that draws my attention and put them aside for the journals and then sort them out later. This time I tried to actually look at the covers and pull out pages that I thought went well with the covers. So yes, I will be choosing my favorite pages, but also some of them aren't necessarily my favorite pages, but I choose them just because I feel like they go with the color scheme of the cover or the theme of the cover. So for example, the journal that had lots of hearts on it, on the cover, on the front cover, I chose pages that had hearts on them to go into that journal. And these pages are stunning, aren't they? They could be pages of a journal, or they could actually be covers because they're quite thick. They're a bit of thicker card, and yeah, really wonderful. Guess you could cut those out too, of course, and use them as journal cards, but I tend to not embellish my Daphne's Diary journals. In fact, I haven't ever embellished a Daphne's Diary journal that I've made. I tend to see a Daphne's Diary journal as already so beautiful from the pages that they don't need any embellishments. I kind of pack them full of pretty pages, and I don't put as many writing pages in there because I want the Daphne's Diary magazine pages to be the standout feature pages. And so I just let the blank pages stand on their own and not clutter them up with pockets or ephemera and embellishments. And that way I think that suits having the decorative elements of the pages from the magazine to be the standout, but also if I want to cover up something from the magazine, like a piece of text or a photo that I don't really like, maybe on the back of the page, for instance, then that's my opportunity to add my own photos or my own ephemera and embellishments. And I definitely see the Daphne's Diary more as using the magazine itself, the pages themselves, for the inspiration for the journal, for someone else to bring their own flair to it, their own creativity. So I don't want to put any of my own embellishments on there, so just letting the pages speak for themselves and let those inspire your own journaling and embellishing. So I will cut out images though that I can use for embellishing for my own journaling, and that's something I enjoy doing with any journal really. It doesn't have to be a Daphne's Diary journal, just any journal. I have a basket full of cutouts from this magazine, and yeah, I love using those for that. So here's one of those pages with the hearts that will go into the journal with the hearts on the cover. So if that was just, for me, that's not a particularly favourite page of mine. It's not my colour scheme. I don't like red. Red, orange and yellow are my three least favourite colours in terms of the colour spectrum, the visual colour spectrum of, purple, blue, green, yellow, pink, orange and red. So I'm much more the green, blue and purple side of the spectrum. So I love pulling out more of the vintage style pages. I love pulling out all of the floral pages, garden pages. Some of the interior design pages I love pulling out as well. Some of the pages I don't touch though, usually, are the recipe pages. That's one thing in this magazine that I've never been interested in, are the recipe pages. And not even really interested in the crafty pages. There's always like craft ideas, unless it's got a beautiful image on the page. Like some of them is how to make a birdhouse, and the birdhouses are so cute. Like natural with like wood and things from outdoors to make the birdhouse, like that kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of cool to include. But if it's just like a paper craft thing, not particularly keen on using those particular pages. But yeah, definitely the florals, the vintage, the garden, and if it's pretty interior design, I love that. I also love the pages that have artists' work but it just depends on the style. This one didn't have there weren't many, sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. There weren't many artist pages that I liked in this particular magazine because they weren't my style of, I don't know, craft. There seemed to be lots of neutral with nature and stuff. So not a lot of colour. I prefer the ones that have like beautiful, lots of colours on the rainbow, birds, butterflies, flowers, that kind of thing. This one, it was more neutral things, so I didn't tend to use many of those. This one I did because I had some of the colours of the flowers there. This one's a very interesting page, and the wooden houses, I like those wooden houses. They're so cute. They're adorable. And I'm also looking at colour scheme as well, so I'm looking for pinks for that large cover, pinks and blues, and then for the other one I'm looking for like your reds and pinks to go with those love hearts, but it also had a yellow and orange design on the back, so anything like that I'm putting onto that page too. Now this page with the mirror, I'm actually pulling aside for myself because I want to maybe do like an art journal page spread with that one. I love mirrors. You know how you have random things that you love? Not that I want them in real life, but I love pictures of teacups. I love pictures of glass bottles, and I love pictures of mirrors for some reason, like ornate mirrors, like pretty decorative mirrors. And so anytime I see those items in a magazine, pictures of them, I'll cut them out. But yeah, I don't want a collection of teacups or mirrors in my house or anything. But yeah, I'm always drawn to them in this when I look through these magazines. So again, those teacups, I'm pulling this page out for those teacups. They're just so decorative and pretty. Anyway, I just go through, pass through it once, and if I get enough pages on the first pass through, I don't need to go through it again. And this time, yeah, there were just so many amazing pages in this book, in this magazine or edition. It's number 1 for 2021. Oh, hang on, for 2022. And I love the decorative pages at the back. Those are so cool. They're probably my favourite pages out of the whole magazine. Just pretty papers are my favourite in general. For jug journals. Anyway, so that's me choosing the pages. In the next video in this series, I'll show you, I was going to say share with you, show you how I choose which pages go in which journal, and I'll also pull out some other pages for another journal that I'll make on my Patreon. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in January. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. I can't do this without you, so thank you so much. If you would like to become a patron in February, the link will be below in the description box to my Patreon, and that's where you get access to extra videos and behind the scenes looks, personal updates, printables, the Ruby tier and higher. You get every single digital kit from my Etsy as well. And may you all journal your lives because your story matters.